All right, let's do this one more time. What up, dude? Yeah, whatever. You can come on, dude. I sent a link to pretty much everywhere. Yeah, if you want to come hang out, just come on in.
Sup, man?
What's up, son? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, where'd Kelly go?
Man? What's up?
Wait, hold on a second. I got a funky echo. Oh, wait, that's because I'm watching you. Let me turn off the turn off the YouTubes. What's going on, brother? What you
You
drawing?
know, just knocking out some work. The I'm doing a cover for I was so Ben Soto contacted me about doing a cover for his horror anthology.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, you're doing a horror anthology? You never invited me and Brian to do a short? I'm saying.
Dude, I can barely hear you. I can barely hear you. I think maybe you're a little too close to the microphone.
Maybe I'm a little too far away. Let me check this. Hold on.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you're just a little muffled.
Oh, see what happened. Okay.
There we go. All right,
You
it switched over to my camera mic. All right.
surprise, you can draw the shit out of a werewolf.
So Ben Soto
Yeah.
hired me to do a cover for his horror anthology, right?
Word.
And I was like, dude, you did a horror anthology and you never invited me and Brian to do a short?
Right? Right? That's how I felt about Tales of Nova Terra. I was like, what the fuck?
And I was like, dude, I was like, all right, if you do another one, I was like, me and Brian have to go ahead and do a short story for it, because I mean, he's got 3 stories. One of them's about a werewolf, one of them's Lovecraftian, and
Okay.
the other one is all right, werewolf, vampire, and Lovecraft, right? And I'm
Okay.
thinking, I was like, dude, we could easily knock out a short for something like that. You know what I'm saying? And make it like really horrific. And
Oh, dude.
so yeah, if you got anything in the pipes as far as like a short horror story, um, Ben's gonna let us do one. Hey Sim, what's up, dude? If you want to come in, come in. And so Ben's gonna let us do a short, add a short to his horror anthology if you're
Oh,
up for it.
really?
Yeah.
Dude.
And
Dude.
the next one, like part
Okay.
3,
Okay. All right.
and so yeah, dude, like I'll illustrate it and I'll go ahead and maybe we'll do it in like a black and white or sepia type, something horror. I never thought color was really horror unless color was done like in like a draw, like I don't know, like a washed out type of look,
Right. Right. I mean, that's one of the reasons I love black and white comics so much is because I also love horror comics. And there's
Yeah.
something about that combination that's just magical, like the Marvel magazines, right?
Yeah.
That is the Marvel magazine comics. Well, first of all, they were unrated, right? So they could get away with a lot of shit that they couldn't get away with in the Comics Code Authority approved ones.
Did they also get away with it because it was magazine format and
Yes.
it wasn't yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and it wasn't. Yeah, and yeah, it was. So it was like a loophole, right? So
Yeah.
it's like Conan was a cool comic. It was alright. It was alright, but Savage Sword was the shit.
The shit. Yeah. Savage Sword had like half naked women and like blood and all kinds of shit like that going on in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was harder, and especially when you're a kid, you want you want the hard shit.
Yeah.
Right? You want the forbidden shit.
Exactly.
Oh, the Planet of the Apes magazine. Oh my God, those are so good, man.
Dude, they had some great stuff. Like that's when Marvel was actually kicking. You know what I'm saying? When they had like stuff like that.
Dude, like I mean, because Mike Plug is all up in those.
Yeah.
Right before he left for Hollywood, because and this breaks my heart. He thought he was a shitty illustrator.
Yeah.
And he felt embarrassed about his work, and so he wanted to go someplace where he could make a living, and obviously a very good one, without his work being in front of the public because it embarrassed him.
Well, I know, like Bernie was always like he shined in black and white. Like that was his jam. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
like try to put color in Bernie, and you're pretty much trying to ruin his work.
It's not the same.
No, he had a way of expressing himself better with black and white than he ever did with color. What's up, Sim?
What's up, Sim?
My
Ink Slayer's in the motherfucking house.
Was
Slayer.
No.
working on some Blood Hunt, listening to some horror shit. I'm like, yeah, man, what's up?
Yeah, I'm all about talking horror. But yeah, dude. So I told Ben, I said, dude, what? And he was like, really? I was like, fuck yeah, dude. We're totally down to do stuff.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And
Yeah.
I got a bunch of short horror story scripts that I wrote like 10 years ago. I don't know if they're any good, but I'll go through them, see if I got something, and if I don't have anything that's viable, then we'll come up with something. And I like the idea.
I vote for the pug. I vote for your pug wolf.
Pug wolf?
Yeah, dude.
Like a werewolf pug?
It's a werewolf pug. Like you pitched it to me a while back, and you wrote you had a plot for the first issue, and you had a short story plug.
Yeah,
Southpaw, and I told him like, dude, you should, definitely.
Yeah.
Then it gave me a vibe of like, imagine if Cobra was a werewolf.
You see,
because you put emphasis on that old truck. I'm like,
see, the way I conceived him was the whole story was that sort of like, have you guys ever seen this? It's a old Burt Reynolds movie. It's called White Lightning. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, yep. Dude, I heard of White Lightning.
I've seen
I think I've seen it.
Gator McCluskey.
Dude, I've seen all this fucking movie. I was a big fan back then.
Right. And then there was the sequel, Gator, which is also great if you went in and you cut out all the romantic shit. Right?
Which is like pretty much all the movies from the 80s and 90s.
Well, I mean,
when it's forced, sorry.
Yeah, because what he was doing was he was using that movie to really sell himself as like a romantic leading man, right? Whereas in the previous movie, right? Whereas in the previous movie, he was just a badass. Right?
I remember one of the best romance movies ever put out was The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Best romance movie ever is.
I appreciate your sarcasm.
No, you see, I would just drop something just straight up X-rated. You know what I mean? Best romantic movie ever, Deep Throat.
Everybody went and seen that movie because they thought Dolly Parton was going to be topless.
Of course.
Maybe I would have said something like, like the most romantic movie was Starship Trooper when Dizzy dies.
Oh man, the Beverly Hills 90210 romance in that movie is just so bad. Oh, I know it has its offenders. I know
the point of it was pretty obvious because they make like in the first few seconds you kind of want that Dennis Richard. It turns very quick into it's obvious she's the fucking bitch. Right. Like I just think like it's stereotypical as fuck, but it did what it was supposed to do. That you go from, oh yeah, Denny's, what's up? And then you go, I hate that cunt. And then you follow.
Are we still talking about White Lightning, or are we talking about something else?
Starship Troopers.
I hated Starship Troopers. I thought it was the worst movie I've ever seen. People love that movie. I don't understand why.
I do.
I'm the same way. Aliens is more like Starship Troopers, the novel, than Starship Troopers.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's that the guy succeeded because I'm a fan of Van Hoven and the vibe that he did from RoboCop and that he took his own. It became its own little thing that it's not even. You can't even say that it's like the novel.
Dude, that team, right? I mean, it's like the guy who wrote RoboCop, the guy who directed RoboCop. I just think they got the wrong people. I think that the movie should have been directed by John Milius because John Milius is a fascist. Right? And basically that novel is a big conversation about fascism. And where the fuck was the MI armor? You can't do Starship Troopers without the MI armor. I'm sorry.
You read I'll take it you read the novel?
Yeah.
I never read it. I didn't even know it was a novel. I just went to go see a good movie, and I was like, this is the worst fucking movie I've ever seen.
It's a young adult novel, actually.
And people are like, it was so good. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I'm a fan of the movie.
But there are people who love it, and that's totally cool. Yeah, no, that's totally cool. By the way, Sim, I am right at this very moment doing rewrites on Planet 69, and actually really having fun with it. No, really, I'm switching up a lot of the dialogue. I'm trying to pep it up. Obviously, I'm looking for typos and shit like that. But
You're leaving it on the side, like you're making a little file on the side.
well, what I'm doing is I'm just trying to do my
You're
thing.
but you're going over the pages, right, with the placement dialogues.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Just making sure you're not going over the old script or the script. No, going over the dialogues on the pages. Okay.
Yes, on one half of my screen, I've got MS Word, and on the other half of the screen, I got your comic.
Cool.
And so I'm just like going through, and I'm just having fun with it. And naturally, this is your baby. Take what you like, and leave the rest. I'm not going to get all butthurt.
But as you noticed, that's pretty much what I did with your first notes from the first time you went through some of them. I took some, I left some, I changed some of mine.
Yeah.
I always do that. Like every time, like I do three to four rewrites. I'm always like until it's final.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like until the dialogues are final. And even there, sometimes I'll go, Dave, can you change this? I think that line's better.
Right.
And he hates my guts for it.
But I mean, that's the fine tuning.
Yeah.
Right? And that's
what I like about the fact that we're not rushed on a monthly thing or something like that.
Right.
Is that you can. It's always a moving tapestry, you could say, like an evolving tapestry. Like you can change and adapt and change things on the fly or something because you just thought something was better or somebody came up with a better suggestion of a line. You know, like that thing in Bloodhound when I suggested that song there, and you went like, "Holy shit! I wish I thought about it."
Yes. Yes. Coolest idea wins. That's the rule. Coolest idea wins. Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it should be.
Yep. Yes. You just want to
It's not about my ego. It's not about like, oh, no, it's not me. No, okay, no, fair enough. That's good. I'm gonna redraw that page. That happens.
Yeah. Yup. For sure. And
it's kind of about my ego. That's
well, to me, that like that stage, that final stage where you're working on like you're working on like where I do what I call my ghetto lettering and everything, just to kind of see how things look on the page, and I tinker with the dialogue. That's like to me like the fun part. That is to say, in terms of just relaxing, right? Because it's like all the art's done. You're at the finish line. Now you can just kind of kick back and just do a little fine tuning.
Yeah, but that's what I was doing now. When I do the letter placement, I kind of erase shit. I sometimes I'm like, oh, I put too much dialogue there. Fuck this shit. Delete. Like I'm not afraid. Like it's something I've learned in movies or in scripting. Is like sometimes you hit the block that you don't know what you're blocked. Sometimes you just delete something you really want to keep inside the story because that's what's keeping you from going there because you're so adamant of keeping that scene in there. Just cut it out.
Yep.
Cut it out, and you'll see that it's gonna block you on your going. And then if you decide later to go, okay, now that everything's evolved, I could probably put it like this. Now I know how to put it in.
It's the same thing with illustration. Like sometimes I have to make sure that because sometimes I just can't get something right, and I'm like, is it because I'm trying to preserve that one panel? That really doesn't mean shit, but it kind
sometimes it's better just erasing and trying to correct that.
Exactly,
like
doing the whole thing over again.
Well, for people,
it's one of the things that I've learned to see from the manga approach when I was watching a lot of interview of how people think when they write and when they draw them. It's two different things, right? Like when I write my pitch, I know that there's there's story plot part, then there's the action. And mangas, what they like to do is they focus on the action, even though they know that there's a subplot story to it, characters and stuff like that. But you focus on the action. Then after that, you go over everything and you place the story in it.
That's crazy.
It's the same approach. It's the same approach that when you do movies. When you go into movies,
sounds like the Marvel way.
No, but it's when you go into movies, you go and you choose your money shots. Your money shots are the one where you're going to be putting more money, more time, and then after that, you start to delegate the rest to the rest of the story by importance. You know what I mean?
Doesn't that sound like the Marvel method?
It is. Well, I mean, that's what the Marvel method is. They call it the Marvel method, but technically it's movie scripting.
Yeah.
They just like to claim that they invented everything.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Stan Lee likes to claim that.
That's my point. You know how I feel about that guy.
I know.
Kirby.
Kirby
No, I mean
all
for
the way.
sure. But I mean,
Mhm.
for me, I'm like, I still feel it was the combination of talents, right?
Yeah,
It's
but
that
dude, he was a
friction.
great salesman, but the thing is claiming that he created the stories and stuff like that. Like, I'm sorry, like he made it he made it relatable to the thing that the readers, he got the readers involved because he's the one that, hey, true believer, or doing the editor's note type of thing. Don't get me wrong, he brought something to it that people hooked on it.
For sure.
But
Yeah.
claiming that he's the one that came up with all the ideas and the this and the that and the
Oh
dude,
yeah,
fuck
no,
you.
that's bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he never really gave, and it's not just Kirby either. It's also.
But you know why they're doing this? It's the contract, and sometimes you have that in companies. Sorry to cut you off. It's something that it came out a long time ago. You wish you could say it. You wish you could give credit, but you can't because you signed a contract. It's the same thing with the fucking Bob Kane shit. You made a contract saying that nobody could give fucking any notice to fucking Bill Fingers. Okay, but the reason is quite simple. The company makes you promise to do this because let's just say me, you, and Preston create an IP.
I don't think it was.
I'm the one that sells it to freaking Marvel. Marvel will want me to claim that I'm the guy behind everything. Fuck you twos, because they can own it now.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was DC that made Bob Kane say.
No, it was Bob Kane that did it, but
Yeah,
DC went with it because it gave them full control, full power.
Well, DC is a company. DC's like, I don't give a shit. Just give me my book and money.
And Bob Kane couldn't even draw. That's the real kick in the ass. There's that story about, like, who was it? Someone tried to get him to draw this.
Dude, there's a whole bunch.
That's amazing. And it's like, then he came back and, like, he saw, like, oh, he drew a fist. And then it turned out that, like, some kid, right, from the bullpen was walking by. And he was like, hey, kid, can you draw me a fist? Yeah. No, the guy was like a complete no talent.
Oh, he was an
narcissist. The funniest one is Bob Kane and fucking Stan Lee on a live fucking stream, on a live video, okay? On a video. And he challenges him. He's drawing a freaking Batman, and he's having trouble drawing a fucking Batman. And Stan Lee goes in and goes, oh, me, I can't draw for shit. But I can draw. I mean Popeye, and he draws Popeye way better than fucking Bob Kane could fucking draw.
Oh, speaking of Popeye, did you see the Popeye movie? The one that's coming out? No, the one with Will Smith playing Popeye.
No, I've seen a lot of freaking videos, bro. Like
they had a trailer of Will Smith playing Popeye in the new Popeye movie.
It's probably one of those AI fake movies, dude. Because there's one with they're saying that it's going to be The Rock. The Rock is going to be playing Popeye.
Let me see.
Look, the Robert Altman movie. Like, aside from the songs, if you cut the songs,
that was terrible.
That was terrible. That movie is awesome.
Everything else was good. Like it was spot on to the animated TV show. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like the old.
Robin Williams nailed it.
The shorts, the ones by why am I blanking on his name? He also did the Superman, Max Fleischer. Max Fleischer shorts. Yeah. Sinbad the Sailor. You guys have seen that, right? That's fucking dope.
Dude, I'm a big fan of the Superman animated he did. Dude, they're insane.
Oh, they're so good. He was going to do a John Carter too. They actually unveiled some tests that he did for a John Carter cartoon, and of course, it never happened. But it's like you got a little peek at like what might have been a hero that can, like, jump 40 feet and blah blah blah. And,
oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It was a fan-made movie. All right.
No. It was Max Fleischer.
Man. No. He's talking about
the one with Will Smith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was like, no.
There's been a lot of those going around right now. You really need to double check it.
It was so good. Like it looked real as fuck. I was like,
yeah, they do. They really do. And that's fucking cool, right? It's cool that people can actually do stuff like that. Like
I'm not sure anymore, dude, because if they can make a movie, make you believe that Will Smith's in it without Will Smith or shit like that because it's deep fake and shit, it's worrisome more than fucking cool.
I tell you who's really worried is Will Smith.
Well, exactly. Because there's no way. I mean, he's done, right? He's not heading up any fucking franchise.
Well, they got enough footage now to where they could just deep fake Will Smith into any movie they wanted.
He probably punched his way into the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it would be worrying if they're making actual features like that. If it's just some jerk offs that are just fucking around, you know what I mean?
But you
It's
know
like prank,
what's
that's-
really fucked up is like shit is so bad right now that I actually thought it was real
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
just
No,
that's
dude.
something exactly like Hollywood would do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I mean, remember the Daniel Kibblesmith thing, the New Warriors? How we thought that was like how that was like a troll. It was like no way that this could be real. That had to be a troll. And the line between like satire and reality hasn't merely blurred; it's been
It's
blown
been
right the fuck
yeah,
up.
it's been blown the fuck up. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
They'll
yeah.
never do that. You know this is 2024, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody that tells me, "Oh, they'll never do that." I'm like,
Don't
Just
say
wait.
never.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Just wait.
Do
Man,
not
people
say
flipping
never.
out over that over
You're
that
kind of
crow.
asking for it if you say it'll never happen. It's kind of
They're flipping out over what? Brian?
That trailer for the new Crow movie.
Yeah, why people like it or they dislike it? I'm not.
Both.
most
I'm
people
kinda-
are hating it.
Most.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I don't
I'm
know,
not gonna go
dude.
see
Like
it.
you can't replace like
Dude,
Brandon Lee.
One
as
of the
the
thing
Crow.
I think
You
is
can't.
weird is, what's his name? Chad something. That guy that played Black Panther.
Yeah,
Guy dies from cancer or something like a disease, and they're
Yeah.
like, we can never recast Black Panther ever. And
But they
you're
were
doing it
always
to
gonna make
Brandon
sure.
Lee that died making the goddamn movie.
Yeah, but the thing is
Doesn't it make
that were their plan, right? Because they were always going to make Shuri the Black Panther, right? The MCU. So I think that was
that's
just a
true.
coincidence.
Yeah, that shit
Mhm.
was planned way back. So
Yeah. So that was always going to happen. He was always going to be replaced by that.
yeah,
guy.
they were talking about that before he died of
Yeah.
cancer. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But what a fucking trooper. You know, nobody
Yeah.
knew he had cancer.
nope. No.
I
Took
know.
out a fucking.
There are other stories like that, like the guy that was in Il Postino, which is an amazing movie. He was dying from cancer when he shot that. And I mean, it's like, I've known people that were dying from cancer and they don't tell it, that didn't tell anybody because they're afraid of how people are going to treat them.
Yeah.
And then
Like the dude from Gladiator.
No, you don't want.
I mean
pig.
Spartacus. Like,
Yeah,
he died of cancer right in the middle of the season, I think.
I know. It's super tragic. But it's just like I knew a guy personally that was like that, and just didn't want any. Actually, knew two people like that. They just didn't want people to know because then people were going to be just acting funky around them,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't want that.
Yeah.
And they just wanted to just kind of live out what was left of their life.
There's people that want to be able to live by their merits instead of sympathy or.
Yeah, because that's the last thing you want if you're fucking dying.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe I do want a little sympathy. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. There's a difference between regularly just sympathy and
Yeah,
empathy.
yeah. Empathy is cool. Sympathy, it's a tricky distinction.
Now if Brian had cancer, if you go into a strip joint, hey, I'm dying of cancer.
Oh, dude, I'm going on a fucking murderous rampage. I'm actually, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a hotel room. No, fucking a motel room, like some dirty, dingy fucking place, and a bottle of tequila, and
now you're talking about
maybe like some mushrooms or something like that,
Oof.
and orangutan, and a large caliber handgun.
This is getting
Why?
interesting. You gonna play
I'm just
Russian
curious
roulette
about
with
the
orangutan?
We stuck on the same thing.
Your turn.
Did you
Give
guys
the
ever see that
orangutan
scene?
the gun and
Well, yeah, because I want a buddy to help me trash the fucking hotel room.
right turn, Clyde.
Right? Like, did you guys ever see? It was like an episode of I think the Wild Boys where somebody just somebody brought in like a young orangutan and just turned him loose.
Oh shit!
In these guys like hotel room, and that looked like the most fun I've ever seen in my life. So I'm just like, yeah, That actually, you know what? Maybe some cocaine too, just to kind of keep the party going.
Yeah, give it to the orangutan. That way you get
Oh,
the
for
best,
sure. Oh, for sure.
the best
Yeah,
possible
After cocaine bear,
reaction out of
cocaine
it.
orangutan.
teach him how to shoot. Teach him how to shoot a TV, right? With the large caliber handgun. You
Did you
know,
see Cocaine Bear?
I
Cocaine.
did.
I did. I thought it was kind of funny, but
Yeah,
it,
it's funny.
like the novelty wore off super quick.
Yeah.
For what?
Cocaine Bear?
Oh, dude, I didn't even bother with that.
It's technically it's a meme movie, so if you go in with that idea, right, that it's
Right.
just
Yeah,
it's just a meme movie, and you're going in and there's fun scenes, it's funny, but it kind of like without wanting to overstays its welcome, you could say.
It does. Exactly.
Well,
It's
these are
overstayed
fake
its welcome.
cult movies, is what they are. They're movies that are
Yeah.
trying to be bad movies, or movies that are
Right.
trying to be cult movies. And if you're trying to make a cult movie, odds are you're not going to succeed.
That tree
Occasionally
scene
it
with the kid
happens.
and the guy with the coke, that was funny. That's fuck.
That movie we watched last time on the Horror Movie Club, that's definitely going to be a cult movie. Definitely.
Devil's Candy. I'm glad you like that.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
Like nobody's heard of it.
Devil's Candy. I can't believe nobody's heard of that.
Yeah, I've watched a movie I hadn't seen since I've been a teen yesterday.
Which one?
Near Dark.
Oh yeah.
I remember that one. What was that
Wait,
about?
come
It's a
on.
vampire
it's
movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a vampire
Yeah.
movie. It's technically like a cowboy guy that falls.
Oh,
is
yeah.
attracted to a chick, gets turned,
And
it's Bill
dad
Paxton's in there. Yeah, it's with
Awesome.
with a bunch of killers, and it's pretty fucking good. I just
Awesome.
like I said, it's one of those that I had forgotten of that I remember liking when I was a teen, like younger.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a great movie, dude. I really
Yeah.
Mhm.
Eric
enjoyed
Red.
that.
Eric Red, the same guy that wrote The Hitcher, too.
Yeah, I'm
The
working
Hitcher
on
was a good one.
When I'm working on horror shit, I like to watch a whole bunch of horror movie in the background.
Yeah, man. Let's put you in the mood, man. Like that thing that I'm writing for Matt, for instance, the Puritanian. I've just been watching lots of old Hammer movies just to kind of help me with that vibe. Hammer time. You know, like Dracula, Prince of Darkness, Dracula is Risen from the Grave. Takes the
Not
blood
too long ago, I
from-
watched
Satanic Rites of
movie
Dracula.
with
Well, that
Momoa,
one's
and
kinda
dude, that
weak.
was good.
Satanic Rites. Look, I mean, I still enjoy it.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
What was the name of that movie again with Momoa? You remember?
Jason Momoa? Which one?
Yeah, it's a werewolf, the pug werewolf.
Wolves.
And it's,
Oh, that one. That was all right, but I don't know. Something about Jason Momoa, like he's just too full of himself on screen.
The makeup
you know what I'm
in
saying? Like,
that-
you're just
The
jealous
makeup
about
in
his
that is so
charisma.
fucking dope. Hey man, that's a much better Werewolf by Night movie than Werewolf by Night.
Yeah,
And plus the
that's
Pretty
what I
Boy.
like from it. Like it's not like the best goddamn movie, but I like the originality of it. And
I don't know. That dude that was playing the other, like the one that was going against Jason Momoa. You know, I thought it was too much of like a pretty boy type of movie. It was almost like Werewolf Twilight.
Mm,
It felt like it.
Nah,
I
because
can understand why you're
first of all,
saying it, but it's
honestly,
far from being Twilight.
First of all, he actually like bangs the love interest,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah.
So that's one thing right there. And then you've got, I mean, there's some dodgy CGI blood occasionally, but the practical makeup effects are fucking dope. Like,
That's
so
true.
I
Yeah, they
love
did
the fact
some
that right
makeup
now, you know,
effects.
like the only movie with Pug is not just Teen Wolf now. So
yes, and of course the original Universal Wolfman
Mhm.
movies. Yeah, no, I'm all about bringing the Pug back.
Bring in the Pug.
Pug.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were watching Dr. Caligari before, huh?
I found, like, I've been trying to figure something out because I was playing Rigor Mortis. You ever heard the band Rigor Mortis?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, I was playing Rigor Mortis, and they also, I don't know if you know this, but they got a Rigor Mortis documentary out. And so I was playing Rigor Mortis in the background, but this new microphone I got. Let's see if you can see it.
there's the
See it right
setting.
there?
It's the setting, and what it's trying to do. It's technically quiet down the back noise, so it turned it into distortion.
Well, these new mics I've been playing with, like this
Uh-huh.
wireless, like ones you clip onto your shirt,
Huh?
they're perfect for like just me speaking right now, right? I mean, it's not as good as my actual mic, but it's better because I don't have this big thing that I'm trying to get close to all the time, you know? And so I was trying that out, but it's not real good for picking up background noise, which is good, you know?
Right.
But yeah, like Sim said, what is that noise in the background?
Yeah,
like,
just came out
is
as
that music?
Yeah.
I was like, some people call it music, others call it metal.
Metal up your ass.
Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, the distortion. I wasn't sure if it was just like distortion from the mic because of a sound in the back or music, but there's some moment you could hear there was type of like little harmony to it.
Yeah.
But it was really distorted, like.
No, it was. You're right.
And I wouldn't be a good friend not letting you know.
No, this was a trial run. And in fact, that's the main thing is I've been having problems like trying to figure out. I want to do more draw streams, but they're boring unless you have some way to entertain people, like what we're doing now, right? Where we're just talking shit about horror movies. But you guys don't have the time to go ahead and do draw streams all the time when I'm drawing. So I figured the next best thing is to go to.
I do two draw stream a week.
Oh, do you really? Oh, maybe
yeah,
you
I
have
do
the
it
time.
chill.
So I'll throw you a link every time I do it. But I figured the next best thing would be to do like a silent movie in the background, and I found a YouTube channel that's all silent movies, all public domain silent movies, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the original Frankenstein from 1910.
Yes.
Or was it 1810, 1820? No, I don't know.
Are you wearing for the sound of us talking to you from the stream? What do you use? Your speakers or
for the sound?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because technically, if you want to put music, what you have to do is share a screen with the sound, and then you put the music. That's what I do when I do it.
No, that would be better. That's probably something I should have did, and I didn't want to get a copyright strike though. Usually
you don't if you take copyright. Like it's there's a whole bunch of playlists that I can help you find, dude, that you can use, no problem. It's as long as you don't put a band that
Okay.
Because it's okay if you want to put a band that doesn't have some music on, you can play on YouTube type of thing, rights free. But dude, YouTube has a freaking record of them. I have a few guys that I know on YouTube that make great music, and you can use them to stream.
That's one of the reasons why I want to find whatever public domain stuff you want to use on your channel. It's better if you find it on YouTube. Because that way YouTube can't say, no, you're streaming like copyrighted shit. Well, if I am, then you put it up and you put it as public domain. So that way you don't get slammed.
Like there's the guy that did the sound, the music for that there. It's Dark Cabin Studio.
Mm-hmm.
You can use his music on YouTube, and if you wanna freaking help him out, you go to his website and you pay $20 for like a right to use a commercial or something.
Oh, sweet.
But you can use his music, and one of the playlists I have, it's mainly his music.
I think Brian needs to hire a country singer or a country metal band to do a 6-gun gorilla soundtrack.
Well, when you say country, are you talking about country, or are you talking about like
new country
bullshit with a little southern twang in it?
New country kind of sounds like 70s. Like rock and metal, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you notice that? Like, like they're using a lot of electric guitars, a lot of blues solos and stuff like that. Like,
I like it.
Yeah, no, I kind of like it too.
Like one of the guys here from Canada, Corey Marks, the guy that did Outlaw and Outsider with Trish Travis or something like that. The Ivan Moody and Mick Mars. The guy's Canadian, and he has that rockish country sound, and I really like it. Yeah,
well, that's what Kid Rock said too. Kid Rock's like, it's like modern country is almost. I'm not talking about the what is it, the falsetto bullshit, fucking digital vocals that they're doing with that pop shit. I'm talking about like dirty South rockin' country type of thing.
Like it's more rock and roll.
Exactly. It's very much more rock and roll oriented than
I was like referring to like that Garth Brooks style shit.
they're going off the deep end with a lot of that shit, dude. Like I'm not a country fan to begin with, but some of that stuff is pretty good, I have to say. God's country and stuff like that, like.
And some of the old shit, man. Some of the old shit, fucking Johnny Cash, fucking
Charlie Daniels.
Who am I thinking of? It'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, no.
Waylon Jennings.
No. Like way back, he had his son was also a big country guy. Josephus was his nickname. It'll come to me in a minute, and until then, I'll be horribly embarrassed. But yeah, if you
I do it all the time, man.
If you want to see really dope old silent German a horror movie, check out F.W. Murnau's Faust.
That's what I'm watching. It's on my playlist to watch. I really like that movie.
Fucking amazing, dude.
I have to check that out, dude. Yeah, no, I want to entertain the audience. That way, they're not just sitting there like, is he drawing that eyeball now?
Right.
Well, I bet you it's an eyeball.
like Sean, that guy can like draw and just fucking rap like without even like breaking a sweat. Like he's like a freak like that.
I can do the same thing. I'm just not good at it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just it can be difficult trying to concentrate on two things at the same time. I mean, look, I'm working on some script right now, but then of course it's like it slows to a crawl, but that's okay.
It's like I said, I was going to do something that I haven't done in a long time. Like I've done it once, but it was something quick. But next Friday or something, we're doing Dragon Ball. Doodle and Chill Friday. And I'm going to end my challenge. I'm going to try and do a little animation where he's going to go full Super Saiyan. So I want to do the all charging up, like, but an animation during the live stream. I'm like, okay, let's try this in 2 hours. That's going to be fun.
Well, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And like I keep saying, Doodle and Chill, it's always been a challenge of doing a cool drawing or just doodling while chilling, but, never having fully done so. Don't expect it to be like super clean animation.
What is this concept as Doodle and Chill? Well, we doodle and we chill.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest shows in the thing there. It's been going on for like what 5-6 years.
I believe it. Yeah. No, I just
I started this with Adam AF, if I remember right. Adam AF and a few others. Yeah.
Is Adam still part of it, or what?
Adam has been gone for quite a while, and he's doing a little comeback. He's going to be co-writing Hillzone.
Oh, nice.
He used to be the guy that co-wrote the dialogues with me for. Technically, he was doing the editor, going over the dialogues, making them better. A bit what Brian doing, but with Bloodhunt.
Yeah. But
he was mainly like he was really like helping on dialogues. And I was just writing a few directions and go ahead, not me going in and writing dialogues. Like, okay, this, and he would go help out. But
I think actually I want to talk to you, Brian.
Yes, sir.
About having my books go under your brand for Six Gun Gorilla.
What, Two-Fisted Comics?
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. Like have the new Doc Salem, the non-devils and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you co-wrote it.
Well, you certainly
I wrote it, actually.
You're certainly welcome to. Although then again, it's just like maybe we should just all make all of our books Inkslayers.
That's the thing. That's what we should probably all do. Just make them all under Inkslayer, but each have their own imprints.
Right. But whatever works for you, I'm cool with. You know that.
I don't know. I just thought
I'm down for the cause. You know that.
Yeah. This is where things get interesting. Let me zoom out a little bit.
That's the entire premise of why we're doing all this Inkslayer stuff, is to have a banner to have everybody under.
Right.
So we can save on shipping, fulfillment, and do cons together, because that's the end goal, is to be able to do cons together. Like, I don't have to be to everyone in the US, but you guys can cover it, you know?
Yep. Yeah. And then all we have to do is then get our posse.
What's up, Matt?
Other posses.
Yeah.
What up, Matt? Good to see you, brother. I got my Guinness. Got my Guinness for tonight.
Wait, that's not the same Matt. That's Matt Kevlar.
It's a different Matt? Oh, I'm not even
Isn't
looking at the chat.
All right, maybe.
But it's not tonight.
No,
That is going live. It's tomorrow, no?
Which
Matt
Matt
is
is
for
that?
sure it was our man.
Matt's
Matt.
going live tomorrow, no? Is it Sunday?
No, I think it's tonight.
Saturday?
It's Thursday, right?
No, I thought it was Sunday.
Is it?
Today's Saturday.
Let me
Is
go
today's
check.
No, wait a
Saturday?
second. He might be going on.
Today was Saturday, yeah.
Yeah. Today's Saturday, and
let me go
I think
confirm.
it's- Yeah,
Dude, you can't fuck with me like that. Like I barely keep track of the days as it is.
Okay, Butch Cleaver campaign launches next Saturday at midnight. Okay, so Saturday at midnight. So technically it is Sunday, but midnight, so it's tonight.
Like,
damn it.
That's another thing I want to do too. Whenever I'm promoting new books, like other people's books, I want to do like something like this while we're talking about them. You know what I'm saying? Like just work on it while they're. Oh, and that's another thing too, dude. Like I mentioned it on this other dude's channel, on Ben's channel, but I got a I think Matt turned me on to it. I'm almost positive it's Matt. But the only way you can get this book is through Etsy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, and it's about a Viking king that gets into a scuffle with Loki, right?
Mm-hmm.
And wait, hold on, it's right here.
Oh, and by the way, go ahead.
No. When I seen it, I was like, dude, this is the shit, son. You know, but hold on, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
And Brian, remember when the thing about the Shonen Jump heavy metal I was talking about? You know, the Inkslayer present type of thing.
Of course, yep.
Canalis Munson.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. He's such a talent, man.
I was talking with him after the show, and he wants in. He goes, "Yeah, hell yeah." He goes, "I want to be an Inkslayer too." I'm like,
yeah. Look, dude, the talent in our scene is fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's sick. It's crazy, right?
And we need to team up and have each other's back.
Yes, and then we need to like Wu-Tang. We need to do a Wu-Tang clan. Wu-Tang, motherfuckers. Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? They got like 12 of the illest MCs from New York City, all uniting to form a Uber group.
You do need to unite talent, because that's even how they all started, and that's how even Image started. Then you build them. And then after that you go into, if you build it, they will come.
Yes, and then also we're all like united in the sense that somebody needs like an editor for a book. Hey, I can help.
So I'll help. Yep.
And then we all just help each other and do solids for each other.
Yeah, and one of the things like the book I was talking about, like it's just deciding on what do we do with it. We could put it on Amazon, and Amazon is to reach more views, more of this, more of that. And you could put it on KDP, you put it print on demand, or we could just try and put it in comic book shops everywhere.
So this is the book right here, and it's on the Nord. And I usually don't like digital art, but the way he does his artwork is crazy good. In fact, he showed some of his sketches in the back of the book, and dude, I'd pay for that. I'm saying.
Well, I love it because it has like a wood carving kind of a look to it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Does it look carved?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's Loki's face in the sword, like pictured in the sword right there.
Oh my god, look at the format. Like
French
cool. Shit, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's and the detail, like
technically reminds me of it's the widescreen format. It's like the what Frank Miller's been trying to push for the last two books. Like he did it for 300, and he did it for that. What's the name of that freaking thing that was supposed to be a Batman Holy Terror? There you go.
And it's also it reminds me of pastels, like chalk.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. That's the thing. It's just digital. It's just another tool.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, as long as it's not CGI, it's not AI, we're good.
Right.
No, he does really.
AI's never going to be able to do shit like this.
And he also I ordered this book from him. Right, it came in a while back, And I found another book he put out called The Needle Man, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was like the Needlemen, or like it's this city and it's in the future. And the city is like it's run by these tyrants, almost like a Nazi regime or something like that. Yeah. And it's all slave labor, like all the people in there. And the Needlemen are the guys that keep everybody in line, right? And they kill with a needle, you know?
Mhm.
And yeah, no, so I said, dude,
that sounds kind of familiar.
it's out of print. But I was like, dude, you don't have any more of these, do you? And he goes, here it is, right here. And he goes, yeah, I got some that aren't for that, you know, that I had left over from, you know, Salem. He said, I can sell you one. I was like, all right, cool. So he sold me one of these. He sold me the Nord, and he also included his another book he did that was it was just like it's an art book. It was just stuff like, you know, his version of Batman and stuff like that. And yeah, dude, it was really good. Like it was a really cool package. But anything Nordic, like I'm totally down with, you know. And
does Matt Burke, does our boy Matt know about this? Because
Matt, I think that's who turned me on to it, was Matt Burke.
Yeah, because you look at that and just I love that. That looks awesome, but it's gonna give Matt like a fucking raging hard on.
Yeah. No, I think Matt's the one that turned me on to it. I know I heard it from somewhere, and I immediately went and looked it up. Yeah.
Beautiful. He's only selling that on Etsy?
Yeah. But he's from what I understand, I think he's got a pretty good following. So it's
okay.
You know, right. He doesn't have a problem like getting rid of stuff.
Okay,
all right.
good.
Guys, here's where the magic happens.
Oh shit.
See that? Take that electric eraser.
Well, that's what it is. I thought you were playing with a vibrator behind the screen. I'm sorry.
I do that every now and then. I do that.
You weren't vibrating candy.
I was trying to be polite and not mention him, but
hey, happy artist.
Yeah, man. Whatever works for you.
Happy artist, happy art. That's what I'm saying right there.
Yeah, boy. A happy cook is a fat cook. So that's like an automatic eraser. I didn't even know that they made those.
Yeah, they make those.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, I've been trying to think of new stuff to kind of throw into the work to kind of make it better. And liquid graphite is one of the things I've been using lately.
Really?
Yeah. It's graphite dissolved in alcohol and put it on with a paintbrush. I did a lot of the stuff in new 6-gun with it. And it's kind of an experiment. I just want to see if the colors would be able to work with it. And it seems like he has. Like he's done a bang-up job at
working with the graphite. He's done a great job.
Okay, so you do your type of like shading with a water. Is that what you're saying?
No, I do it with alcohol and graphite.
Huh.
And deal is with this is unlike using ink, you can erase it. Okay. So if something doesn't look right, you can just go ahead and go back in and take it out or whatever. If you want to, you can go in with your finger and smear it.
Yeah, that's what I was like, huh? You do that with alcohol and graphite. Okay.
You see this big blob right here?
Mm-hmm.
If I take some alcohol, I can dissolve it a little bit and get it out of there. Not all the way, but I can blend it in with everything around it.
That's so cool. I'm always interested. I mean, I always find it fascinating how you guys do your thing.
I don't think anybody's ever thought of this before. I think I might be the first one.
Damn.
Use alcohol and graphite.
Pioneer.
The reason why I started doing it though is because I was making a shielding paint for one of my guitars, so that you have to shield the interior of it. And the way you do that is you take graphite and you shave it down into powder, and you add it to acrylic paint, and go ahead and coat the inside of the cavity where all the electronics are going with shielding paint. And then I was like, I wonder if I dissolve this in alcohol. Use it on artwork if it would work.
So you're just experimenting.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it worked.
That's great. bitching.
If you guys want to see what I'm working on right now,
Do it.
Okay, if you insist.
All right. Is that part 2?
Yep.
Sweet. I'm waiting for that shit.
Let me check. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks great. And man, the colors that Alex is doing are
Oh, she's doing a good job, dude. Definitely.
Dude,
Right.
even Canales, when he saw them, was like, "Holy crap, that's your girl!" Like, he's
yeah,
like,
man.
"Damn."
Do you have
Yeah.
any hand in like helping her like with a direction or anything like
Mm.
that? Like try to stick with this type of palette or
But technically, I'm trying. It's yes and I showed her how I do it, right? I
Yeah.
showed her my approach and stuff like that. How the colors and mix and stuff like that. I told her how to pick the palette. But then after that, she kind of went with it because she's been doing colors all her life.
Yeah.
And
So she just
she
need
used to do a lot of watercolors, a lot of markers and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a mix. Like it's a lot of it is just her practicing, but I'm there to help her out, give her advice, and I showed her my way of doing it. And then I'm like, don't
you just give her a
what
little
I'm
shove in
doing.
the right direction.
Yeah, I'm like, don't do what I'm doing. Use what I'm showing you and implement it to how you would do it.
To you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And
that's like a good way to nurture a artist.
Mm-hmm. And after that, I'm like, I'm always there. I'm always going to be there. I'm going to give you advice. I'm gonna, bring up that color. Pick another purple.
Yeah.
Right.
But dude, she's nailing the hell out of it, and I'm pretty freaking proud.
No, it's good.
Right.
Yeah. I'm seeing it. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
I'll be getting a copy of that. Thank you very much.
Dude, it's her. One of the things I think is funny is like seeing her grow up since she's being a little pup,
Yeah.
to becoming a full-on pledge artist, and then now she's coloring my shit.
I know. It's so cool.
And she's
like I said, I wanted her to color that 6-gun thing that you did.
And if it wasn't the fact that you already paid the mister to do it, she would have done it. Because after a while, when she saw the piece, she's like, I should have said yes.
Right. And then that lit a fire under her ass, and now she's like really plussed in work. That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So happy to see that.
And now she's also doing Doodle and Chill with me.
Yep.
Which is pretty fun. Like the other day we did Has Been Hotel because it's one of her favorite cartoons. I know nothing about it. Other than she's a fan of it. Yeah. It's something that started on YouTube. It's a girl that started that. It's an animation. And it's connected to something called Hell of a Boss. Hell of a Bus. Anyways, BOSS. And Amazon just bought it.
No shit.
Technically, it's on Amazon Prime right now, and it Has Been Hotel. And the principal is the daughter of Lucifer, is in hell, is holding. She has a hotel where it's like the lost souls, and she's trying to redeem them before the angels come in and kill everyone.
That's a cool concept.
Yeah,
it's a very cool concept.
And it's her. It's her with her lesbian girlfriend called Vaggie. Yeah, it's a play on word, Vaggie.
Okay.
Vaggie.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's a whole bunch of weird characters, and I drew a few the other day. And Canales is actually doing a fan fiction comic book with somebody about it, and that's why he was on Doodle and Chill last time.
Oh no shit.
Because we started doing Doodle and Chill on Friday morning, because Canales is technically available in the morning because he's in Spain.
Right.
And I miss doing some streams with the motherfucker. He used to come and Doodle and Chill all the time. And for him, 10:15 is like in the morning, like at 3-4 in the morning or something.
Right.
So I decided to do.
Where is he in this spot?
Basque.
Where is Basque?
Yeah.
Alice's
No shit.
work.
I didn't even know what Basque was. I mean, I think the first time I heard about it was when there was this really great little horror movie that came out called Aramentari.
Mm-hmm.
The Blacksmith and the Devil, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Has like the medieval demons in it.
Right? Yeah, it's in another language though, right? Like it's
yeah. And it said Basque. I'm like, huh? I'd heard of the Basque region before. And then I looked it up on to interwebs and saw like where it's located in Spain. And yeah, no, it's really interesting. Yeah, technically it's not right. It's technically not part of Spain, isn't it? Its own country, or is it like a province or something? I forget.
I think it's more like a province, but I couldn't tell you exactly.
Right, or it may be one of those. It may be like Liechtenstein, right, where it's its own country, but it's still basically Germany. Of course,
it's like they consider themselves like a bit different than the regular Spaniards.
Right. Their own culture, their own vibe. Yeah. That's cool. Every region having its own flavor. That's a great movie. I really enjoyed the hell out of that. But yeah, I mean, how cool is it that it's like something that we take for granted, really, is the fact that with this technology, it's like we can collaborate with people literally
all over the world, and it's instant.
So cool.
Oh, and by the way, guys, if you want to check on the Inkslayer Discord and the projects there, I put 4 pages, the first 4 pages of Blood Hunt 2 there for you guys to see.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll go check it out. I like Canales' work. Canales is a badass artist.
He is.
He's got an interesting style.
For sure. Yeah. No, man, having him on our team, on our side, that's a fucking win right there.
Brian used to talk shit about him. Brian was like, that
all the time.
Sucks dick.
Yeah, but I talk shit about him. Yeah, but I mean, I can,
I talk shit about everybody. What you talking about?
I never talk shit about I don't talk shit about a person. I talk shit about everyone equally. What are you talking about?
A person? Well, you're giving me too much credit.
You mean everyone? Fuck.
Nobody's above a fucking ball breaking. That's what I'm saying.
If you can't take a ball breaking, you're in the wrong.
Right. That's one of the things I try to teach. I try to teach my kids is don't take yourself too goddamn seriously, and you need to learn. You need to learn to laugh about yourself and your little quirks, because otherwise you're just gonna be miserable all your fucking life.
Oh my god! And then you see the people that do take themselves really seriously, and it's fucking embarrassing.
And they get butthurt for every fucking thing.
They get butthurt from everything, man. It's like take life seriously, take your work seriously. Don't take your fucking self seriously ever. That's when you're done, as far as I'm concerned.
There's a difference between some respect, you could say, and taking yourself seriously.
Yep.
Respect is respect, but I mean, like banter, like you need to. Come on.
Yep.
You have to. Yeah. What's the saying? You need to learn to laugh at the absurdity of life. Like that, they're not so. Like that, you don't go crazy, and you remain strong and face them. The fuck.
It's
like that entire scene from 300. Well, we'll laugh in the shade. With 3,000 arrows coming. Well, we'll laugh in the shade, and then when it happens, they're laughing their ass off.
Yup. Dude.
Oh, dude, we're fucked.
Yes.
It's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Look at those arrows.
That's the thing I love also. That's the thing I love also in Eaters of the Dead, that which is like was turned into the 13th Warrior. How like they're going after Grendel's mother, they're going to the cave, and they're pretty sure they're not coming back.
Yeah.
Right? And the thing that the narrator, the Arab dude, notices that he finds really peculiar is like when they leave on the suicide mission, they're really quiet. And then as they get closer and closer, they're just fucking cracking jokes and fucking busting each other's balls. And they're just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Another part of that movie that I liked was, you remember when they were all sleeping in the hall, like in a circle? And he's there, and he was like, he thought everybody was also sleeping, and he looks over, and the Viking's making snoring sounds with his eyes wide open.
Yeah. Yeah, because waiting for fucking, they're waiting for the Wendell.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Cool.
I just don't understand.
It was the greatest movie, dude.
It pissed me off, and I'm sure that this probably wasn't John McTiernan. This is probably the studio. They basically removed everything that was a reference to Beowulf. Almost, right?
It's not copywritten. Why'd they do that? Like,
because they were thinking, well, audiences are stupid and they're not going to get these references. Meanwhile, you could have put those references in there. It wouldn't have harmed the movie in any way or shape or form for anybody.
It's even
would have
worse
made it better, actually.
It's even worse than
exactly.
that. It's the rule of the public domain shit. So let's just say,
you remember that animated version of Beowulf?
Remember the Shadow? The Shadow's supposed to be going in public domain soon, right?
Right.
So the thing is, the rule with public domain characters, and it's the same thing they're trying to pull with movies and stuff like that. So the things that you change in it, that you put different, makes it its own IP. So right now, if a character like Conan or something goes, public domain, and they tell you it's only the Robert E. Howard stories original that are public domain. So if you did the mistake of taking something that Marvel did differently, you're fucked, because now you're infringing on their copyright on their spin-off of that character, because it creates themselves their own copyright in time, and that's one of the things IDW is doing and the other company to boom.
IDW is a joke.
Yeah,
they are.
The only thing I like from them right now that I'm buying it's the Ninja Turtle shit with Kevin Eastman and Laird that got back. Like the last Ronin was awesome, and I'm buying that new Last Ronin 2 re-evolution there with the new turtles, because I'm curious. Because come on, it's Laird and Eastman back together for the first time in so long, dude.
I know, and you know what? When I found out that happened, that made my heart feel good.
I know, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Because
it's fucked. It's like something was wrong. Something went wrong. Two best friends that did something. Let's just say ego or fame got in the way. Yeah.
Did something amazing. It's just like it's like if you ever get to that place, right? You'd like to think that you'd never forget. Like, man, remember when we were just like these kids that were working at?
I don't think they forgot. I think Eastman became a rock star. Is what it was.
They also had a division on what was going to happen. One felt one was selling out, the other one not. Whatever it was, okay. They mentioned a whole bunch of it. But the thing is, did you see the video where they got back together?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, there's a video about it. Dude, it's fucked up. Like, like brotherly type of heartwarming type of shit. If you get what I'm trying to say here, like you watch it, and they're standing where they were in the office and go, remember why we put that window there? Like there's an office there and there's a window between the two offices. He goes, yeah, it was so because we used to pass each other the pages and we wanted to have a window in the wall so we can look at each other and pass the window. Yeah, and we never got to use it. And they go, when we never got to use it, and you see Kevin Eastman's face and sadness going, yeah. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Right.
All that because fame or something got in the way. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. Dude. Because people lose sight of why they started in the first place.
Yeah. I think
the pure joy of creation, the pure joy of collaboration too.
Yeah, but the deal is that that gets lost with their egos. Like I think their egos inflated exactly according with their bank account. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But then after that, there was the cartoon that got in the way because they were happy about it. But then there was different directions. Like one of the big thing that they got into a conflict was Venice de Milo. When they did the new live action series with the addition of that girl there that nobody liked, the fifth turtle, that was there's the idea of selling out too much to the cartoon series. One wanted to keep the different. Right. That's what I said. Like,
was that their decision or was it Nickelodeon? Because I think they sold the rights to Nickelodeon.
They sold it later on, like after when they split up. The thing is, Eastman sold to Lair. When he got fed up of it and he decided to embrace his heavy metal and shit like that in another company that he started, right?
Yep.
And he sold everything to Laird. He goes, okay, I'm done with this. It's all yours. Then Laird started doing something, his own little
story I heard,
and he sold.
Like there was a documentary about that, and actually the story that they're saying is that Eastman had a few bad business ventures, including heavy metal.
Yeah,
and he sold out to Laird because of that, like for $1 million, like his portion of the turtles.
Right. But I mean, can you imagine what? I mean, look. Can you imagine? I mean, look. As a fan, right? Because I started reading the Turtles, I think, starting issue 4, right? A friend in high school was just like, oh, you got to get the fucking Turtles. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Nope. Picked it up, read it, loved it. And how weird it was walking into a Toys R Us years later and seeing an entire aisle
Yes, I
of
know.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys.
Teenage Mutant
What in the
Ninja
actual
Turtles. Like, what the fuck?
What in the
Yeah.
actual fuck, right? And also, you know, that's one of the reasons why there was a guy from Arcana that wanted the animation rights for Six Gun Gorilla for $0. And there are a lot of reasons why I told him to go F himself. But one reason was, could you imagine if I walked into a fucking, well, there's no more Toys R Us, unfortunately, but if I walked into a Target or something and there was an entire aisle of fucking Six Gun Gorilla toys and I wasn't getting any of that fucking cheddar? Oh, I'd have to fucking ace myself for sure.
Mm.
Fuck that.
Well, that's the chance you run whenever you sell out your IPs. I'm a firm believer that you should never sell out your IPs.
But you're not
No,
supposed to
you
sell out
release
your piece. You're
them.
supposed to
Release
rent them,
them.
technically. Least
Well, even
Right.
that, I mean, sometimes when you do that, like shit gets mixed up, people go into bankruptcy, and you lose your IP. You know what I'm
it
saying?
can
Like,
happen, but
gets
that's the thing.
tangled up.
That's the thing, though. It's if you're too desperate and you just take the first offers, because the thing is, usually those little thing, it's like it's on a 5-year contract. So it's one of the things that happen with one of the example of what you're saying, right? It's a bit more complicated than that. It's one of my favorite IPs, Alien Legions.
Yeah.
Got caught up in Brubaker or something like that, I think it was. Anyways, technically, he bought the rights for them. Disney was supposed to be doing a movie of Alien Legion, a sci-fi thing and stuff like that. They invested $6 million or something in the post-production. The problem is you can get the rights back for the movie, but anybody could do a movie of it, but they have to pay back Disney the $6 million they invested in it.
Oh, fuck.
That's how they fuck other people. Yeah.
A closer example would be Mac. Fucking what's his name? Grendel.
Oh, Grendel, yeah, he got fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, because Matt never sold the rights to anybody.
Was
first
it Miramax or something?
No, it was First. First was it was a creator-owned company, but First filed bankruptcy, and Grendel was in their portfolio. Even though they never owned the rights to Grendel, it got tangled up into the court system for like 10 years. You know?
That's right.
And his other IP, not just that one, there was another one. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, Mage.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that must still be tied up because I'm like Mage just sort of just.
He said Mage, and this is true. Like Mage was a it was basically him, you know, and that's why he never kept up with Mage, was because he told the story he wanted to tell about himself, you know, and
Right.
Yeah, but his focus has always been like Grendel, and Grendel was never supposed to be he was like Grendel. If anybody who reads Grendel knows Grendel it's not a good guy. It was Matt Wagner experimenting with the concept of a villain, like the most evil villain out there.
Oh, the post nuke one that he did was fucking dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm such a Grendel stan, man. It's such a fucking great.
Me too, dude. Like
and he's a creative titan as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's somebody that backed away from art to focus more on his writing, and he is a fantastic writer. But then you miss the artist. But then he came back and did those Batman comics.
Yeah,
which he wrote and illustrated, and those were the shit, man.
Batman Grendel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that too, of course.
Now,
awesome.
Now, the Grendel thing where Grendel became like a religion, you know, and a social like norm wasn't Matt's idea. Like for a while there, Matt was hiring other writers to do short stories about Grendel. And one of them, he didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. He was like, Matt, what if Grendel became like a universal like religion or something like that?
Right.
Like, give it a shot, dude. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, they brought vampires into it and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, just completely, balls to the walls. Awesome.
Well, vampires was Matt's idea. That was from the second Grendel series, where it was the chick, Hunter Rose. Yeah. Hunter Rose was the original Grendel, and he was going against Aardwolf, which was a werewolf. And Aardwolf was actually a good guy. He wasn't a villain.
Yeah.
You know,
It
Matt
was like
White,
some Native American dude that I think had been cursed.
something like that. I'll remember because I mean, I'll be honest, dude, and Matt knows this. Like the artwork in those first couple of issues were really bad. It was like the worst anime art you could possibly. I mean, manga art you could possibly think of.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why it's important for like, or you know, for artists to see shit like that.
Exactly.
It's one of the things that I need to buy soon. Like it's ever since you told me that I need to recheck Grendel, right? I rebought the Tales of Grendel. Like I found the
Grendel Tales.
Yeah, I found them. Like I have them, and
Nice.
I had a few other issues. I bought like the series that I never fucking read that you told me was good. So I bought the original floppies.
Non-Devils, One Hell.
Yeah, that's the one
you gotta read.
Yeah, that's the one I got. Like I got the original floppies. But
the painted artwork is insane in that book.
But then they announced the trades.
Yeah.
And eventually, as soon as I get some extra spare money, then I'm like, okay, you know, like the need not the one not need thing.
Yeah, no, right.
As soon as I have a little bit more money, then I'm like, okay, I can just throw that one out. I'm buying the entire collection.
Yeah, boy.
Like,
and then those amazing covers, dude.
Good.
Those amazing covers that he did on those issues that are canvases, right? And
some of the canvases, some of them are illustration board.
Right. But like some of the canvases, he would like glue shit to the canvas. Right? Like little gears or something like that, little bits of metal or something. They're just wild.
Dude, I'll be straight up. Like Bisley's a huge influence, but I'm telling you, dude, like Matt Wagner's a big influence too. Like on the work that I do, because his painting style is crazy good.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Like when I was reading it, another one that has a similar style to him, like and it also touches the Bisley thing.
Right.
Eastman, Kevin Eastman.
Yes.
Dude, he
I
did
think
some
Eastman
some
like
art, and when they're painted, they look like Grendel should mix like an in between of Grendel and Bisley.
Yes.
Eastman was a huge fan of Bisley, and I think he tried to mimic Bisley's painting style, like with his own.
Was it Fistful of Blood, dude? Dude, it's dope as fuck.
I got it. Yeah, it's badass, dude. You know, another one you got to check out is Grendel Warchild and Grendel Prime.
That's
Grendel Prime. He painted the whole thing, and it's in a thick book, a collected edition.
I want to buy those trades because they're all in it, and I'm like, dude. Yeah, okay. I want because the thing is, I decided to try it out, so I bought those two big books I told you, like the Tales, and I bought that series that you told me to reread, right? And I'm like, because the only one I read before, right, was the first Hunter Rose one that was coming out, called Kamiko, and the Batman Grendel. I enjoyed the Batman Grendel, so I'm like, but when I first read the Hunter Rose one, I was like, okay. Then I jump ahead, and I'm like, why is it switching back then? But then that's when Preston goes, no, dude, go back, go read them. And I'm like, okay, fine. And dude, it's fucking insane. I love it.
Yeah, dude, Grendel Prime is the shit.
Jason says,
"Hey, what's up, Jay?
Would love to join, but we're about to do dinner. Aloha." You'd love to join, but you're gonna actually hang out and have dinner with your family.
So you're gonna eat with your family? Ew,
that's disgusting. How could you, Jason? Let me get
I'm almost
refill here.
Oh yeah, it's almost 8:30 already.
Yeah, man. Ah.
Paint quicker. Quicker.
I do that. I tell myself that all the time too. I need to be faster.
I've been knocking out a ton of work lately, trying to get back on track. Like, seriously, put myself in a hole with all this other crap going on, and I'm finally climbing out of it. Another thing too, like me and Brian approached Podium Publishing about doing the Breed series.
What?
For from Breeds is a book it's a novel, a series of novels about this werewolf that has a hit out on him from the Council of Werewolves. So he creates an army of were-dogs, right? And the were-dogs turn into, of course, they turn into humans, like were-humans.
Mhm.
And it's the craziest tripped out thing and gory thing that you've ever seen. And they're led by this massive fucking rock waller, you know? And so we approached him because I'm a big fan of that series. And I was like, dude, I really want to do this into a graphic novel. And Podium, I thought they were interested at first because I got like I had a meeting with the actual writer, and he's like, dude, I can't do anything. He said, everything I have is tied up with Podium, you know, all the rights.
Mm.
And I started thinking to myself, I was like, why would you give all your rights to Podium? I'm saying, like just everything. Like, I mean, they're not just printing you and or putting them in the audiobook form, but now they own everything, you know? So I was like, whatever, dude. I was like, so how do we go about this? And he goes, well, I can throw you to the editor over at Podium. She's the one the publisher over at Podium. She's the one that goes in. She makes all the decision concerning my IPs. And I'm like, okay. So he did. And so I had a meeting with him. You know, we exchanged emails over and over again. And I thought things were going well. And then she cut off all contact. And I'm like, the fuck's going on here? I'm guessing she might have Googled my name or something like that, or checked something out on Twitter where it was like, oh, he's, you know, whatever. He's part of those who we cannot speak of. And so some time went by.
He's not part of my team. And let's leave it at that. There you go.
And so some time went by, and then the art director from Podium contacted me. And she's like, I love your style. We want to use you to do some book covers. And she's like, are you okay with that? I was like, yeah, I'm totally cool with that. You know, I said, she goes, well, I need it layered so that we can, I was like, let me stop you right there. I was like, I do traditional art. I was like, so if you're looking for something to where you can break it down or anything like that, that's probably not going to work. I was like, so, I mean, if that's a no-go, then I guess that's a no-go. And she goes, no, we can work with you. We can work with you. So I was like, all right. So, yeah, dude. So out of that big mess of trying to get the rights to Breeds to go ahead and publish it, I ended up getting work from Podium Publishing.
Good.
It was a trip. I was like,
That's
holy
great,
shit,
man.
dude. That was nuts, dude. I was like, this is crazy. So they got me working on something called Death Genesis, which is some type of I've never read it or anything like that, but it seems to be some type of novel/game or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
It's crazy. But I was hoping we'd get Breeds though. Like that was my main focus.
You could try.
Did you ever finish that series?
I didn't finish the series. I listened to the audiobook for the first one and really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Good shit. Yeah, like very Joe R. Lansdale.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I thought it was badass. But I thought it would have made a great fucking graphic novel. You know, I just can't believe people like somebody give their rights away like that. Like, just I can't do anything because you know these motherfuckers own it.
It's one of the main. It's one of the things that they ask for. A lot of publishers, like it's one of the things that would happen with. They used to have problem with Dark Horse. But technically, you know, they can negotiate all their deals. They make the movie decision. They own almost everything, and you're like,
it seems really bad to me.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why Image was so popular and why, you know, again, why we wanted to do the Inkslayer thing, which technically would be our Image, because
our Image or our Metal Hurlant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but technically it would be Humanoid, because Metal Hurlant is the magazine, but Humanoid is the publisher. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is the book that I was trying to think of. Mongrels by Stephen Graham Jones.
I tried to get through that. That fucking reader on there is horrible.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
like sucks. The narrator they had on it. I was like, dude, this guy is terrible. You know, like it
Well, that's
seemed
terrible.
like a really good book though. Like I was like, that's
It is. It is.
Heard about it.
Yeah, really good. He also wrote like a really funny essay on his Substack about he's like an indigenous brother, and so he was talking about how people think that Native American people have like superpowers, right?
They actually do. That's true. So
And it's just like I don't have any fucking superpowers. Why do people always talking to me like I have superpowers?
I bet if you got lost in the woods, you just put your ear to the ground and find your way home, huh?
Shit like that. Yeah. It was really funny. I say
You make some twerk noise while you're put, on the side of a campfire, and then you're gonna call the animals, right?
Yeah. I bet you talk to birds.
Right.
I'm sure your best friend, and you have brunch with wolves.
Right.
What was the name? Running with Wolves? No, wasn't it the name of the freaking movie there? Running with Wolves? Is that it?
Dances.
Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, which isn't a bad movie, but it's not a great movie either.
No. There's
Definitely
better.
didn't deserve the Academy Award for Best Picture. But then again, the Academy Awards is,
It's fixed. It's fixed.
No, I mean, it's basically a party where these people in this industry get together to celebrate themselves, and pat themselves on the back for being such like great.
Sounds like the fine art industry,
right.
Or the Oscars, where they run a campaign that they have to pay to earn the right to. Oh, you're so good! Thank you, I paid for this.
Right.
It only cost me $5 million. I mean, I donated for this.
Fucking hell, man, I want those freaking Iron Maiden skins for Dead by Daylight, but they're like,
damn, you're obsessed with that game, dude. Like totally obsessed with it.
I'm into it, man.
Dead by Daylight. That okay? That's the slasher one, the one that my girl loves playing too. Like, dude, she fucking loves that game.
It's so much fun. I
keep missing because every time people say the name, I mix it up with Dying Light. I love Dying Light. Dead by Daylight, not so much, but my Alex is into it like crazy. It's her favorite game.
It's so much fun. But yeah, no, I mean, you like I especially love playing Pinhead because he's like one of the killers that's like difficult to master, but once you master him, like
he's the shit.
He's the shit. And you can you have these special attacks called Moris where you can actually kill the victims yourself, and they all have like their own animations. So for like
using Pinhead, the Morris effect, is that it?
What was that?
I was making a plan. The Morris effect is when you're printing and those little dots or something.
Mori.
Okay.
Mori pattern.
Yeah. No, I don't know where they get the terminology from. But that's the thing too. It's like the game's been around for like 7 years, and I'm like a relative newbie to it. But yeah, Pinhead's really good. The Shape, Michael Myers. If you get like the Tombstone perk.
Why do they call him the Shape? Was that the original name for Michael Myers?
His original name, yes, the Shape. But everybody just says Michael Myers because if you say the Shape, nobody knows who the hell you're talking about. But yeah, the original, because the whole thing is that whatever that thing is, it's not Michael Myers. It's something else, right? Most likely like a demon or something that just moved in and took up residence. But yeah, no, I mean it's great because like your power for Michael Myers is that it's called like Evil Within, which makes you just like fast and powerful. But the way you charge it is just by standing there and just staring at the victims, survivors. So they'll be like working on a generator or something, or they'll be like sneaking around and they'll turn and they'll look at you and you're just fucking standing there staring at them, which is great. And you're just like, do you realize you just
about to die, boy?
Up that meter, I'm gonna be up your ass like any second now. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it's got like the most toxic community because evidently most of the people who play it aren't horror fans.
What?
Yeah, at least the survivors, like they're not horror fans, and a lot of them are special snowflakes, if you know what I'm saying. And
Uh-oh. Sounds like
hate
a
the killers because they see the killer that's toxic. Because I'm trying to play the game and level up, and you're just like hunting me down and killing me. And it's just like it's
kind of the point.
the design of the game, right? Because at its fundamental level, it's really kind of like hide and seek, right? There are even like little cabinets that the survivors can hide in. But
Yeah, the engine that you need to fix too, which is I thought that no, but I thought that was interesting. It's an interesting dynamic that when I saw her play, I was like, huh. And if you fix them all, it opens the escape route for you to leave. And the point of the killer is to prevent you from doing that.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's interesting. It's not just like, oh, I need to run away from the killer. The only thing I don't like is you can't really like set traps.
Oh yeah, you can.
And then that's when she goes, yes, you can. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you can. And yeah, and then like people get mad because when you
But I mean traps against the killer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought you could. I know you can. The killer can set traps, but not the other way around.
Stun them. Yeah. No. If you're the killer, you can be stunned. There's one really clever trick where people will like go into a cabinet and then you go in to
the flashlight,
them, and they'll open the door just as you're doing that, and that stuns you, and they can get away.
There's the flashlight too that kind of like does something. Yeah.
Yup. Yeah. You can be blinded. Although there's a perk that makes you immune to that, and then people are just going click, 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 click as you're coming at them, and you just fucking shake. Oh man, yeah, no, it's actually, yeah, that's like $8 now on Steam, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game is $20. That's like 50% off.
I mean, my favorite one of those type of games was Evil Dead, but they kind of killed it lately. Did you play the Evil Dead game?
You play Ash in Dead by Daylight. I always feel bad when somebody's playing him and I grab him and hang him on me. I'm sorry, Bruce.
But the reason why I really like the fucking the video game of Evil Dead, it's because you can actually fight back with the monsters. You have weapons. It's a survival mode. There's a car. The environment's big, so you can grab a car and go get the relic or something that you need to do before the killer kills you all. Like I really like the premise of you're not just running away. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
But now I'm stuck on Helldiver 2. When I play Helldiver 2. It's pretty good.
It looks dope. It looks really good.
It's yeah,
like I'm one of those dudes. I gotta wait until everything's on sale so I don't feel like guilty.
Yeah, dude, it's like $40. It's not 80. It's not. It's just $40.
I know.
And that's why they're killing it, because people are buying it. Like they could have went like, because it's a AAA game. It's not really indie, but they went the route of like, here's an affordable game instead of trying to charge you $80. And the other thing that dude is that you can the new DLC stuff that you can buy. You can buy them with extra, or what they call extra credit or something. There's a special type of credit that you can get in game and buy it with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're trying to change the gaming model back to what it used to be, because it used to be illegal to have games more than $60, if you remember.
What? Is that true?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. They could not, like it was not legally possible. It was something for gambling or whatever the rule was, and they changed it while I was in university. They tried to have games to go up to 80. No, it was in the US as well. That's why the games always they were always $60 before. They were not allowed to go over $60.
Right.
So they started with the DLC stuff. No, we're selling you the game cheap, but you have to buy extra shit. And now they're doing that still, but now they're charging you $80 to $90 a freaking game, but Canadian. So you guys, it's like
microtransactions. those microtransactions, they make a fucking fortune off like a really small group of people.
And that's totally preying on the gambling disease.
Yeah, it is.
That should be fucking illegal.
I agree. I totally fucking agree.
It's predating.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's a royally uncool. Sadako from The Ring. She's on sale. Heard she's a pretty good killer. I believe like when you're playing her, there are like little television sets all around the map, and you can use those to teleport. Right, so she'll come crawling out of the TV, and the way you stop it is you have to find like a VHS tape that's somewhere on the map, and then like put it into like the VCR, and that cuts the killer's ability to teleport to come crawling out of TVs. Ooh, Cat Cafe Manager is also 40% off. Cat Cafe Manager, that sounds sweet.
Cat Cafe Manager?
Yeah. Oh man, now I got my fucking car back.
Yeah, they have like weird named, but they're all inspired by slashers that you know from movies. It's like a little derivative.
Like what?
Dead by Daylight. They have a lot of those killers. They're slashers that are inspired by other ones, but they have a weird.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then that's funny because like
sometimes they get the IP.
Yeah. Then they get the IP, so they had the hillbilly, but then they get Leatherface.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
And I like the fact the Chucky one was funny. What they did with Chucky, where when you pick up somebody, it's like there's a black ghost that picks you up, like the wife of Chucky, like before she gets turned. So he picks the thing, and that's the thing that's dragging the victim.
Yes.
So that was funny.
Yeah. No, that's great, and also the fucking voice acting. Like that Doug Bradley come in to do some lines for Pinhead, but for Chucky, I keep hearing new ones, right? And he's just like cursing at people and dissing them, and it's just really, really funny. Brad Dourif just going off. Unfortunately, like Freddy Krueger is just like mute, and I don't know if it's like Freddy Krueger is like one of the more talkative, more loquacious.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's crazy,
right? Welcome to prime time, bitch, and shit like that. And yeah, and I don't know if it's because they couldn't get Robert Englund or you wanted more money than they were willing to pay. But just get somebody, right? But yeah, no, he's just like silent, pretty much. I mean, occasionally you'll hear him go. That's about. No, you want to hear him fucking talking to smack.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go. I have to go do some groceries.
All right.
Okay.
If I come if I come back and you guys are still here, I'll come say hi again.
All right, brother, man. You gonna be at Matt's thing tonight?
What time is it doing at 12? Yeah. I have Doodle and Chill tonight. It's supposed
to be St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, bro.
It is.
Doodle and Chill tonight. It's supposed to be covering Jägerbomb to help Donald fund his campaign.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a little fan art of Jägerbomb, but after that I'll join you. Yeah. I'll stop at 12 and I'll jump on the Matt stream.
Shit, I didn't realize.
All right.
Oh, later, guys.
Peace.
Take it easy. I didn't realize it was St. Patrick's Day. I thought. Oh,
it's actually tomorrow.
Dude. Oh, okay. Because he said he was doing it on St. Patrick's Day. I was like,
right. He's doing it after midnight.
Oh, fuck, dude. I don't do after midnight nowadays.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we haven't done the metal shops because my schedule changed. Yeah.
Oh, you're actually like living like a semi-normal, like non.
For the moment.
For the moment, right?
Yeah, because the puppy, we had to get on the puppy schedule. Yeah, like he's not going to get on ours. So.
That's right.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck. I was like, we can't do that. And that's why I got sick because I wasn't getting enough sleep. So I was like, nah, I can't do this again. I fucked myself too hard last time.
And you get older, you can't fucking do that shit that you were doing when you were like in your 20s.
Yeah, dude, you got to do that gradually. Yeah, you can't just up in one day be like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna stay up all night tonight.
No, fuck that, man.
Like like I'm 12 years old or some shit.
I know. Miss those days.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I mean, like right now, I'm going to bed like around 4. The fucking
In the morning?
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, that's how I was living before. You know, like
yeah. I mean, I like inevitably always backslide to that unless I have something. You know, if I'm taking classes or I'm working a day job or something like that, then I can maintain.
Yeah.
But left to my own devices.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
Always. But now summer's spring's about here, and we're gonna have like several months of sun until like fucking 8 o'clock. So
that's true. Yeah. Days.
Looking forward to that.
Days are going to be long as fuck.
Yeah, I'm digging that. I'm not going to be vitamin D deficient any longer.
I'll take vitamin D pills and just go ahead and fuck that going out in the sunlight.
Turns out, like most people are vitamin D deficient. So actually,
I heard if you take too much, though, like you fuck yourself up. It causes calcium build up.
Really?
Yeah, that's what my wife was telling me. No, was it? Yeah, it was vitamin D. Yeah, it causes a calcium buildup.
Damn. Because the thing with like most vitamins is that if you take too much, it usually just comes out in your urine.
Exactly, but there's some vitamins that are dangerous if you take too much, like vitamin D, vitamin K, shit like that. Like magnesium. Magnesium will kill you. Like you'll die a horrible fucking death if you take too much magnesium.
Wow. I didn't realize magnesium was that metal.
Me neither.
Turns out that magnesium is pretty metal.
Yeah, I mean, I take magnesium all the time, but I take the recommended doses. Like,
right.
Well, no, I don't even take that much because magnesium make you, go use the bathroom. But
so it gives you the runs?
Yeah, dude. Not the runs, but it makes you need to go.
Oh, okay.
So
it's not like the Hershey squirts or anything like that.
No, but you will run to the bathroom.
Gotcha.
And so I don't take too much of that, but yeah, it's I don't know. But then I found out don't take like vitamin B12. You can take tons of that and it won't do shit to you. As far as anything bad. Vitamin C, I'm not sure about that, but I know vitamin like magnesium and D and a couple of other ones will fuck you up. Vitamin D will do it like under the radar for a long period.
Yikes. Man, I'm trying to figure out which spaghetti western we're going to be doing this Thursday. Man,
it's been so long since I did any of that shit.
Oh man, Tubi just recently got like a ton of spaghettis. Oh, they got the Japanese Dracula movies too, like Dracula, Evil of Dracula.
Yeah.
Vampire Doll. Ooh, Vampire Doll's really good. Like Japanese horror from the 70s is really interesting.
Shit. Put the wrong date. God damn it. It's my eraser.
Yeah, where are you at with that?
With what?
The thing you're working on, bro.
Oh, it's finished. I finished.
Oh my god! Look at
you want to see it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I want to see it. Look at that.
See here.
Blow up your screen, B. What?
Yeah, you see, that's with the pencil wash on it, like the graphite wash.
Fuck.
That's what I've been doing to the six gun pages too, like to give it that extra edge. Like I did that with the Doc Alpha. Like for a while I was like, oh look, the colorist is putting a little bit more effort into it. He's putting textures. Then I went back and looked at the pencils I did, and I was like, no, motherfucker, you put those textures. Like I splattered pencil all over the place.
Look at his chest. Look at his pecs.
Yeah. I want the werewolf to kind of look like Wolverine a little bit, like with the like dirty, manly chest hair and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like give him that wow man look.
He's buff as fuck, man. Look at his triceps.
Yeah, dude, you gotta make him buff. Like sell it that shit.
His deltoids.
What did you think of Death Rain?
Lateral deltoid.
I mean, Death Rain, the my buddy's comic, that cover I did for it.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to make that chick like super muscular, but I didn't want to like take away any of her femininity, you know.
Yep.
And I think I did it. I don't know if he's going to use it or not because I don't know.
Oh,
It might be too sexy or something. Like
what?
yeah, I don't
Dude.
know.
Dude,
Very
you
odd.
killed that one.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, he's nuts if he doesn't use that.
Yeah, I thought so too, but you can't tell how people are going to roll nowadays.
That's
You know?
true.
Oh,
That's
this is
true.
what I did for Podium right here.
What?
You know, kind of hit on a little for Zeta thing there.
What?
And yeah, they actually they told me the first thing I did for them was, what was it? It was let's see here. It was kind of like that, but and I actually liked it, but they didn't like it. So it wasn't them. It was the author. The author was being kind of a little wuss. You know, he was like, no. And then he let me go ahead and render it, and then decided he was going to do changes. You know?
What?
And
What?
I'm like, dude, I was like, you can't do that. I was like, and so I had to go back over it and like redo the whole goddamn thing. So this is the first version that I did.
Dude, the fucking faces in the mist?
Yeah. I told him that. I was like, if it's gonna be like an evil church, dude, like I gotta, you know, with a emaciated dwarf, I gotta
That's
do
fucking
something cool with
crazy,
that.
bro.
This was the first version that I did, and then they made me take out all the religious icons in it and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, and he said that was supposed to look more like a hammer, like the thing he's holding. I'm like, that looks nothing like a hammer.
No, it's a fucking like a mace.
Yeah. But I mean, everything worked. I kind of like the new version, but I like the old that pose he's in right there. You know, it looks very Conan-ish.
Wrong.
Yeah. But
so he didn't
yeah,
want
dude,
to use the religious stuff because, like, why? Just because it didn't fit or something like that? You know, like, for instance, if you put a cross in like a universe where there's no Christianity or something like that. Man, that looks so fucking cool. Motherfucker, did you just bail out of your own stream?
There I am. I'm back. But I told him, I said, well, if somebody tells me to do a church, like I'm gonna put religious icons in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's the point of doing a church. And
yes. Were they afraid of like backlash or something like that?
I think what they're used to, and this is what I noticed with a lot of people, is that they're used to dealing with digital artists, right? And they can go in, they can let them do the whole thing, and then just start making changes. And the artist is cool with that because they're like, yeah, well, you know, it's all digital, so they could just swap layers around or whatever. And but I told him, I said, no, and that's one of the reasons why I like doing traditional, is because I take away that option. You know, to where it stops being production line, and
it's an anti-fuckery device.
Exactly. You know, in fact, I heard from a couple of people like that's why Alex Ross hasn't gone digital. You know, because he doesn't want people to have that type of power. You know, over the stuff that he presents to them.
He'd be an idiot if he did, also, because
then absolutely.
It's like, you know, not having the original to sell.
Well, they said that Alex Ross is in the $10,000 club, which means like his commissions and his originals go for over $10,000.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
No, and yeah, he'd be an idiot to go ahead and decide, well, I'm going to do digital now. And from what I heard, that dude's work ethic, like he's way faster than I am, dude. Like that dude he knocks out like a comic in a week, and then he also does like, well, maybe 2 weeks, but he also goes ahead and he does covers too while he's doing that. Like he's a madman when it comes to shit like that.
Amazing.
And can you imagine the amount of money that dude's pulling down besides doing gallery shows at cons? I mean,
mad fucking crazy. Buku bucks, man. But hey, you know, he's a major talent. And the thing is, it's like certain people can work really fast. Some can't. Brian Boland, for instance, he can't really. I mean, you know, like how many comics has he drawn? It's mostly just covers. The Killing Joke, I remember that was late as fuck.
Well, they said Brian Bolin is like super slow, like, and I always wonder, like, how do those guys actually make it in this field being slow? You know, like, I know for me personally, like, to be able to do this for a living, I got a number that I got to pull down every month. You know.
Well, Bolton actually makes a fortune selling paintings of vampire chicks.
Is it really? Wait, we're
Yes.
talking about Brian Bolin, or we talking
Not
about
Brian
somebody else?
Bolton, but John Bolton.
Oh, yeah, no, John Bolton. Yeah, he's an illustrator though, right? Like he's not really a
Yeah.
comic book illustrator.
No, he's
Is
a
that right?
painter now. He just does paintings. He does vampire chicks. What's his
Yeah.
face? Fucking Neil Gaiman directed a short film about him.
Oh, sweet.
And his process, and it's just like he's like in a graveyard just waiting for like a vampire chick to show up. So he
Is
can
that
paint
true?
her.
Like,
Yeah.
holy
Yeah,
shit, dude.
you probably find that shit on YouTube or something like that. But yeah, he's making buku bucks just selling paintings of vampire chicks now.
Is he like a goth type of guy or something like that?
No,
Like, does he dress or
he's
anything
always
like
a
that?
horror guy. He was just always a horror guy.
And he just found a niche that he was
Yes.
good at. Just
Yes.
yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah. So he's juicing that for all it's worth, and hey, God bless him, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's great reading those old Hammer magazine comics, the little adaptations of the movies. Like those are almost all
Dude, those things are insane, dude. I'm
they're
like,
great.
I can't, like, that's another thing. Why didn't I know about this?
Mhm.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
like those things. I mean, when I got a hold of that one, I was like, dude, like it tripped me out of how much artwork they had in there, you know,
I know.
and then like they had a whole thing, like a whole article about past werewolf movies and
Yeah.
like the makeup from every werewolf movie before that one. Yeah, I was like, holy
Oh
shit.
man, I wish like that's something that I would have read religiously if it had been available in the United States at that time, which it wasn't. It was just like a UK thing.
That's crazy.
I would love. I would love if they would actually. First of all, I think I'm eventually gonna have to get every issue of that. But I would love if they would just collect the comics and release those as a trade paperback. That would be fucking amazing.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody cares.
I think
Seriously,
you're right.
right? Because I mean, it's like most people don't even know that it even exists. So why are they going to give a fuck? Oh,
I don't know. I like that's even better than Famous Monsters. I think from a comic collector point of view.
Dude, Famous Monsters was never a good magazine, right?
No.
I loved it when I was a kid. I read it religiously, but it wasn't until you got Starlog and Fangoria and Cinema Fantastic that you got like real good magazines with in-depth articles and interviews and trivia and all that shit. Famous Monsters really was largely about the Basil Gogos covers.
Yeah, no, those were goddamn amazing. They make for great T-shirts too.
Like, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I know because you got a bunch. I got a bunch too.
I got to get a new Frankenstein T-shirt. Mine's totally just. That's the only problem is that they wear out so fucking quick.
No, they do. If you, yeah, I mean that's why I try not to wear them out. I try to pace.
Exactly. I tried the same thing with my Godzilla, the Shin Godzilla T-shirt, and it didn't work. Eventually, it just got a hole in it.
Oh man, yeah, I take
very. I got my Mecha Godzilla.
I take very careful care of my my Godzilla versus Gamera shirt. Try not to wear that too much.
I think my Frankenstein was a knockoff because the material, I think it's a cheaper T-shirt than like I don't even think it has the Famous Monsters name tag like in the collar. I think it just
Oh, okay. Because I know they stopped making those a while ago.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a knockoff, and it doesn't fit right. It feels like a cheap Japanese knockoff or some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I won't buy a shirt unless it's like 100% cotton.
Yeah.
A 50-50
I like fitted
shit.
shirts too. Like,
Yup, for sure. Yo, what up, Rex? Devil Flyer.
Devil Flyer.
His campaign's doing pretty good.
What is it?
It's Devil Flyer. It's an anthology. It's like there's these old Devil Flyer is like a really obscure like a public domain character from like way back. But I know he's got some other stuff in there too, some other stories. I backed it. It looks cool to me.
Looks dope.
Yeah,
dope.
yeah. Cool black and white art and all that shit.
We'll have to check it out and see what's going on with
sure.
that. I was telling them, like, there's a bunch of books that I didn't like. I'm just now catching up on. Like,
you and me both.
Robert. Like, I finally read Robert, and I was blown away. I was like, this is so good, dude. Like, I can't believe this is this good. Come to find out, Boogie Bot was a comic book artist before he joined up with CG. Yeah, like he was
so good.
Yeah. He sent me the older issues of Robert that he did with the original company that he was with. And they're good too. Like, they're not as good as Robert. You know?
Right.
Do you know, is he putting out anything else, or is that it? Like, was Robert?
You know, I don't know. He's one of those guys that keeps a low profile. The guy who does Octopus Cowboy. He also just, I know he lives in the Philippines. That's a book that's not getting the attention that it deserves. That was so much better than I thought it would be. Actually, I'm getting him to illustrate the first story that's part of the expanded Six Gun Gorilla universe.
Nice.
That's good. Yeah. Page story.
Huh.
And that's going to introduce like the first of a bunch of like Weird West characters that got coming down the pipeline.
The Weird West. What characters do you have coming down the pipeline? Like,
oh man, cool Samhain, the Blazing Szechuan Kid, Sledge Strode, the Phantom Vaquero. He's so mysterious, people don't even know what he looks like. I did that fake cover, and for the Phantom Vaquero, it's just a big question mark.
Okay, all right.
Right? It's just like, you know, they'll be like traveling, and there'll be like some bad guys waiting to ambush them, and then the Phantom Vaquero will like show up. You'll see like his shadow over them. They'll turn around, and then like later on, you'll see the heroes riding along, and they'll be like, the bad guys will be like swinging from a tree or something like that. Must have been the Phantom Vaquero.
Oh, that's badass. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I got. Got some.
Now, is the Weird West based in reality, or are you doing anything like that's complete fantasy? You know what I'm saying? Like vampires, werewolves of the West, or
no. It's going to be as reality based as you can make something with like a gun-toting gorilla. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's always been important to me, is to like basically have like the real Old West, but then to take these crazy characters and drop them into it. Yeah, so it's not going to, it's not going to vampires or werewolves or any shit like that. However, when we do the the man dog, Six Gun Gorilla crossover, that's going to take place like in the Cryptids universe.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Because we already talked about that. I'm like, well, whose universe is this going to take place in? The Cryptids universe, because,
that way you can get away with it without messing your universe up.
Absolutely. Yeah. That way I can just take Six Gun and just drop him in this universe that does have monsters in it. And, should be cool. Ray told me, he's just like, as long as we have a scene where the man dog's fighting, having a machete fight on top of a speeding train, he'll be happy. I'm sure we can make that work. Dude, I'm gonna pop out, finish eating this pizza, and get a little reading in, and go for a walk, and get ready for midnight.
Do it.
Always
off too.
All right, I'll talk to you.
I didn't want to leave you here by yourself, so that's why I waited this long.
How's your puppy doing? How's that going?
Oh, he's good. He's an asshole, but he's good.
Okay. Give him a
They're
smooch.
piranhas at this age. Take it easy. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace out.
Bye. All right, you guys take it easy, and I am done. I'll be posting this on Twitter. And thanks for watching, all you happy people. Bye-bye.